Let's run some green equipment today for a change.
Got a lot of extra parts with today. Yesterday we had a bearing go out on a gauge wheel, so we found this one at home. Also brought an extra closing wheel, an extra true V opener. So we just entered this 65 acre field, getting some end rows on her. We'll have some seed showing up in about 2 hours, and then we're gonna make the trek north of Artesian. If Dad's gonna be planting today, I'll be land rolling. We're gonna conquer at least 175 acres. A little bit of road time is gonna make it so we don't get as much done as we normally could. But if things are going well, we might be able to start on the last field, which is about 120 acres. The other day I was trying out the adaptive curve, couldn't figure out how to get it to work. But look at us now. We're curving. We're freehand curving. I guess I'm really not doing anything. I mean, this isn't really even new technology, it's just something we haven't really played with much. Things are drying up, and our gauge wheels aren't staying down as much. It takes a lot of pressure to get all that stuff into the ground, the openers, even the trash whippers pushing on the ground a bit. Closing wheels they got some pressure pushing down and closing that trench. But you say I don't have to fertilize down in that wet spot with all them poops.
But did you fertilize it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of phosphorus in there. Oh, there goes a hay grinder down the road. That's the local guy, Cope, but hay grinder.
We're searching for content here. Alright, he's got a few acres done, probably about 15. We can start rolling. Pivot. Here's Dad's last pass of the field. It's 11:20, and this next seed, we asked the folks where it's coming from if they could be here at 12, so we're a little ahead of schedule. We're gonna have to wait for seed for a little while. We're gonna use this time to grease the planter and I guess try to relax for a moment as we wait for some seed. I just put my hair in grease, I believe.
Okay. Take a look.
Man, what a nice day. It's probably about 72, mostly sunny, a little bit of a breeze, and we got a seed tender coming up the road. These tanks hold about 40 units.
They hold more than that.
And we got 80 units, and we got some seed left over, so we're gonna be shoving it in.
Every nook and cranny.
Might have to fill this bucket, 2-gallon bucket. I got a little room in my cab, I guess.
Perfect. Yeah, if we got a hole in the top, we can get quite a few in there.
Yeah. It all fit. Now we got a 9-mile drive to the next field. Shout out to the outfit we bought these seeds from. They just drove about 70 miles. Oh man, helped us a lot though. Well, we made it. This would have been the crappiest time to blow a tire on the tractor or the planter. We're about 45 minutes from home by car, and those tanks are chock pretty full of beans. Mud! Good thing we parked in the low spot.
Yes.
2-inch.
Okay, well. And for those of you that say 2 inches too deep for beans, well,
sounds like you have moisture. Good for you.
This is what we do when we want it in moisture, and we go as deep as we can on beans, 2 inch.
We're just scratching some dirt and hoping it rains. So pay no attention to this bent monstrosity, but you see this pin, that's the biggest pin we can fit on the tractor side, but there's all this slop in here. A lot of jarring around. I got this bushing, we're gonna put it in there and take a little slop out. I think that's gonna help a lot. We're hoping to get this field done around 5 and then get back and then start the field. Dad will have about 60 units of beans, 60 acres worth. So if we get started about 6, that'd get us to about 8 o'clock. So it's probably gonna be another later one. But tomorrow is gonna be a more fun day for 2 reasons. Dad's selling a pot load plus a trailer of heifers. So we'll be loading up a semi full of heifers. And Dad's gonna go to the sale, and while he's at the sale, I'll come out here and finish my last field of beans. Then all of my crop will be in, hopefully about this time tomorrow. And we'll get all the equipment back home and do Dad's. So we land roll every year after we plant soybeans. And the reason for that is these rocks right here from tillage, freezing and thawing, even the row cleaners kicking these up out of the ground. They end up on top of the ground. And when we come in to harvest these soybeans, the platform, the header, is cutting those beans right at ground level. And so, you know, you can break knives that can get into the header, go through the combine and cause damage. This land roller costs about $60,000. It's like, well, are you gonna pick up that many rocks and do that much damage to the combine? You know, I would say over so many years, probably. You know, it's not just the cost of the breakdowns, it's the downtime. I certainly understand it. Is it worth it owning a big pizza roller that costs $60,000? I guess the answer is I don't really want to find out and not land roll and see what happens. Put another 80 units in. That's one of the sucky things about soybeans. You know, they don't make any money per acre. You need a unit of beans about. So, you know, on a 160 acre field, you got to fill twice. Dad's got just 10 acres left to go, and then he's gonna head back and start working on the last field. Get a good start on there. grader. Looks like he's trying to bale this dirt gravel over here. You got a windrow. Last field of soybeans for me. I'm down to one of Kathy's oatmeal raisin cookies. I think I'll eat it now. 6:30. Gonna plant until the planter runs out. We're having a hard time getting the disc openers into the ground at the right depth. Sitting in that tractor feels like you're planting on top of concrete or cement, whatever the right answer is there. Hello. That's a close-up, isn't it? Isn't that past your bedtime? Just ran out of seed. We'll get more in the morning. We're gonna go home. Might get home before dark. Well, by the looks of it, baby's in bed and so is the wife. I think about when my brothers and I were younger. Sun would go down and you'd wait and wait, and it's been dark for a while, and then finally tractor lights pull in, Dad's done for the day, and he put in some long hours for a long time. And I guess we're still doing it. If things go right, we're gonna load a pot load of cattle tomorrow, finish my beans, and then switch over to Dad's. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Love to see you next time. Have a good one. Welcome home, Cole.